Mini Metro is a minimalistic subway layout game, at least that's what the game's official website states. The game was developed and published by indie development team Dinosaur Polo Club on the 6th of November 2015 and has been recently made available in Origin Access, which means you can play it, as well as other games, for just €4 per month, $3.99 to be exact. The game essentially consists of creating an ever-growing network of subway, rail or tram stations in order to better serve a highly demanding population of passengers. Stations are represented by shapes such as circles, triangles and squares. Other shapes include crosses, stars, pentagons and so on, but these are more rare and occasionally demand a different approach. The passengers themselves are shapes of their own, and when a triangle passenger appears in a square-shaped station, it means he or she wants to get to a triangle-shaped station. In fact, they don't have any specific preference as to which triangle station they want to get to, so long as it's a triangle. In order to serve these people, the player is given the ability to draw lines between stations, which represent the rail tracks. If you have ever been to a city with a metro system, you will immediately feel a sense of familiarity with the map you have in front of you. Of course, you will ask yourselves, what is the challenge here? The game is actually quite challenging, as you will have to make do with the resources that you're given. Initially, you can have up to 3 train lines, each with a different color, and as you progress into the game, more stations appear on the map, and sometimes stations can even change shape, which of course means you probably have to adjust your lines to make sure that everything is in order. You also don't have an infinite number of trains you can place down. When the game starts, you're given 3 trains, essentially 1 per line you're given, but if you want you can use 2 in one line for a maximum of 4 per line. Carriages are also made available as power-ups, allowing each train to carry more passengers, thus making it more efficient, especially as the lines get bigger and bigger and need to accommodate more and more passengers. A clock appears on the top right corner of your screen, which allows you to pause or speed up the game. It also shows you the time and the day you're in. At the end of every Sunday, you're normally given 1 additional train, and then you can choose between 2 available power-ups, such as 1 additional line, a carriage, interchange stations, which allow more passengers to wait in a station, and tunnels which let lines pass through rivers. It is important to make the correct decision when choosing your power-ups, as a wrong choice might lead to losing the game. If in one station there are more than 6 passengers waiting, then a countdown timer starts, and when it expires you will lose the game, at least in normal mode. There are actually 3 modes you can play the game in: normal, endless and extreme. Normal mode is the normal mode. Endless means you don't have the 6 passenger limitation we just mentioned, meaning that you basically can't lose. And extreme mode means you can't make alterations to your lines, meaning you have to be extra careful when you place down or expand your lines. There is also a daily challenge option which you can play only once per day. The daily challenge option gives you a certain city and game mode, and you compete against other players in the world for who will reach the highest score, i.e. transport the most passengers. The graphics of the game are pretty simple, but they do their job and the colors are vibrant and easy to the eye. The game feels so smooth, and it should run easily on even older computers, as there are no high-tech graphics to speak of, such as the ones in games like Battlefield. Overall, the graphics just serve their purpose and will actually make you feel like you're really planning the rail network of a densely populated city. The sound basically consists of popping sound effects, chirping sounds that angry passengers make, and a music that perhaps feels sadder than it should. Of course, there are no problems with just muting the music and playing your own. The game's strongest point is definitely its addictiveness, which will have you going back to it from time to time, even if you have stopped playing for a while. The feeling of "I will do it better this time" or "I will try this and see what happens" is ever present. And the fact that you don't need to spend endless hours to play means that it can easily be your break from the main game you play, perhaps Battlefield? There are no real cons to speak of, as it flawlessly does what it intended to do, which is to challenge the player, make them think, and provide minutes that can become hours of fun. A highly recommended game that Charisma Vacuum gives an 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching, we hope you liked this review. If you did, which we really doubt, then please like the video. Also remember to subscribe to the channel, as that makes us feel a little bit better. In fact, a lot better.